I was reborn and discovered my mom didn't die of pneumonia. My husband and his mistress had her organs transplanted to save his mother's family. Mom was lying unconsciously on the hospital bed, pushed by several nurses to the operating room. I rubbed my eyes and pinched myself hard before realizing that I had returned to the day when my mother's operation failed. Suddenly, I grabbed my mother's hand with tears instantly flowed down. Mom, I miss you so much. I am sorry. My husband, John Brown, patted my shoulder to comfort me. It's time for the operation. Let the nurses push her in quickly. I was so focused on my mother that I didn't notice the urgency in John's words. At that time, I listened to John and personally sent my mother into the operating room, and then I was informed that the surgery had failed. Before Mom agreed to the operation, she specifically told me that if the operation was not successful, she was willing to donate organs to save more people. This is Mom's last wish. Just sign it so that Mom can leave in peace. I trusted him very much and signed with great pain. Grace Wilson, don't make trouble. Mom is just having a lung operation. The success rate of the operation is still very high. You don't have to worry. John held me and hinted with his eyes for the nurses to push my mom in quickly. I came to my senses, shook off John's hand, and held onto the hospital bed tightly. No more operation. My mom won't have the operation anymore. Surprise flashed in John's eyes, but he still patiently persuaded me. Wife, I understand your feelings, but Mom's condition requires an operation as soon as possible. This is the best hospital in the city. What else do you not trust? Trust. I stared at John fixedly, filled with boundless hatred in my heart. My mom just had pneumonia. She could be treated in the hospital in my hometown, but he insisted on bringing her to this hospital for treatment. For this, I was very grateful to him and thought he was very concerned about my mother, but unexpectedly, he was just interested in my mother's organs. Pneumonia is not extremely dangerous, but after entering this hospital, my mother's condition suddenly deteriorated, and the attending doctor of my mother is Mary, John's mistress in my previous life. After my mom was declared dead, her heart was immediately taken out and given to Mary's mother, who had heart disease. Her corneas were also taken out and given to Mary's daughter. I accidentally saw them having a meal and celebrating Frank Knack. Mary proudly said that it was she who deliberately cut an artery during the operation and killed my mom and took my mom's organs for their use. I rushed up to argue with them while 7 months pregnant but was pushed downstairs by them. I want to transfer my mom to another hospital. I don't want her to have the operation in this hospital. Seeing my anger, John frowned. Grace, we are in a hospital. Don't be unreasonable, okay? If there is no operation soon, your mom may not survive. I know you are very nervous, but you have to trust the doctors and nurses. You are old enough to learn to control your emotions. I sneered. If it was your mom who was pushed into the operating room today, could you control your emotions? John's face suddenly changed. Grace, why are you cursing my mom like this? My mom has always been in good health. Everyone who sees her would say that she is a blessed person. Can she be the same as your mom who is always suffering? His own mom can't be said anything bad about, but he wants to kill my mom and take her organs. I don't want to argue with him. I just want to transfer my mom to another hospital for treatment immediately. I seriously warned the nurses who were in a dilemma. Without my consent, no one is allowed to push my mom into the operating room. Seeing that they didn't dare to act rashly, I quickly took out my phone and ran to the side to make a call. After 5 years of marriage, John only knows that I am from a single-parent family, and my mom brought me up alone. He doesn't know that I also have a dad and a brother. Moreover, my parents are not divorced.